Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Roblox and Forces, and right now I want to just kind of talk about some of the burst weapons. I just picked up a burst weapon, and I just kind of want to briefly talk about it. So what's kind of the problem with them? So the problem that I have with them is that there's only like three. Really, there's the AN-94, there's the M16A4, and then there's the M4. Those are your really only three guns, unless you are wanting to every death switch over to burst and use a gun that's not necessarily be in burst. That's my take on that. It's not the greatest. It's really slow. It's just a bother, really, just to be doing stuff like that. And the burst weapons are not as good as they used to. They used to be really OP. Not so much anymore. They're kind of about equal. I don't know if they're under or over still, but people used to just totally rampage with them. I tried to get onto there. What? Oh, how rude. I tried to get onto there, but it never worked out for me. So that was kind of my idea for that aspect there. But I think that we need something more for that category. I don't know what weapons we could add that would be in that category. I know that there's not that many burst level weapons in this game, but I definitely do think that there needs to be some sort of add-on for it. You know, that's going to be probably one of the biggest changes for weapons that we need. And I also think that it would be nice if you could just, I don't know, pick up a weapon, and then if you set it to either semi-automatic or fully automatic or whatever, it would stay that way. That's just my idea. Or maybe you could choose that in the options or something. That way you could use more weapons as burst, or you could use more weapons as one or the other category. I think that would be a big aspect for it. Oh, come on, get that guy, get him. So I don't use the burst weapons. I know, as I just stuttered there. Yeah, I stutter sometimes. But I definitely do think that it's going to be a big thing to get some more burst weapons. We have some, but getting more will just bring up more versatility in the weapons, especially because having more kind of variations at different ranks will kind of allow people to kind of grow up with those weapons. Just like how we're able to grow up with fully automatic, semi-automatic sniper rifles. You know, there's different weapons in that class. Well, if you are able to add a fully automatic sniper, right, at rank 0, and then you don't have another one, well, then there's only one, and you should be able to grow and have other ones in there. So that's my idea for this, for the burst weapons, is just add some more in, so that way we can go ahead and grow up with those weapons, if that makes sense. And I can always explain that in another video, just because I don't really have time to explain that there. You know, there should be other weapons that have it, and there should be a setting, so that way you guys can actually go ahead and make sure that that weapon is always either A, in burst, or B, is going to be able to switch between them. And stuff like that. And I think that some of the burst weapons right now are pretty decent, but I think if you have the burst weapons, you should be able to say, okay, this is the fire rate for the burst, this is the fire rate for the automatic or the semi-automatic. You should put that in, because I realize that a lot of them don't have that. I don't know if that means that they're the same, but at least let us know if that's the case. So I don't know what you guys think on that, but I think that should be one of the biggest changes coming to Phantom Forces, I would hope. You know, Shay wants a ton of new weapons, but if none of them are going to be burst, it's just going to be kind of a problem, I think, for the aspect of the majority of the group that definitely would like some burst weapons. I know that several people like burst weapons, and only having 3 and having to switch to other ones is a pain in the butt. So I'd hopefully want them to change that, and I don't know what you guys are thinking on that. I also think that several other weapons do need changing. I've been seeing a lot of people on the subreddit saying, oh, change the BFG, change the BFG. What do you want changed about it? It's already way too OP as it is. And that was the other thing that we were talking about on the, I think it was the Hectite, or however you pronounce that one. But it is not OP. Sure, it has 7 rounds in its magazine, but for the movement speed and how fast it takes to switch your round, it's maybe just a little bit faster than actually having it. Oh gosh, that took a whole mag. It's maybe just a tiny bit faster. Where did this guy kill me at? I can't tell. Oh, he was behind me. It's maybe just a tiny bit faster than having to reload the BFG every time, but I still don't think so. That's just my idea on it. But if I'm wrong on that, then I'm wrong, and you know, I can do some testing with that, but I don't think I am. Oh, and now we're in a glitch. Delightful. They seem to be able to have fixed that glitch, not all the way, but just a tiny bit more, which is a lot nicer than it once was. Who is sniping me? And from where? I'm like super confused. These teams are just all snipers. Look, those are my snipers, those are their snipers. Very annoying. Don't ever just purely snipe. You guys have to be able to defend, attack, and do all that stuff as you guys are a sniper too, because if our team is in trouble, we need you guys to also step up and move in. And that's just a tip for anybody who snipes, is always be ready. Unless you're just kind of messing around, then everybody kind of understands that. The other thing though is be more objective oriented as well. There needs to be more people that go after the objective, because in Mall, everybody just is like, yeah, we're going to just let whatever team wants the hill get it, or whatever team wants flare dom have it, and then they can just play team deathmatch. Okay, that's just a little weird. You know, it's kind of annoying that that's like that, but you know, it's also kind of fun because it's just a team deathmatch map, which I think would be pretty cool. But I think having more maps and more game modes should help. And if we have like 6 or 7 game modes, then you know, different maps can have different game modes on them, and it would be a little bit more fun as we're playing. Allow for some more just some more, not necessarily changes, but more players to be on the actual game. I noticed that there's usually about anywhere from 10,000 to about 20 or 30,000 people playing at one time, which I think is a big group of people. There are, I think, here, let me just quickly check. I don't know if I can. Yeah, no, that didn't work. There's like over 500 million visits. And that counts for every time that I join, that counts as a visit. So I could have played already 1,000,000 times. I don't know. But there are a lot of players on this. This is a big data base for people to have. And I think that this is a really great game for anybody to play. It's a great free shooter. I think it's way better than some of the other shooters that are out there that we've seen. We played Black Squad. Oh, good golly, that game is so broken. If you guys did not catch that game was CSGO. But where you had to pay for it. Oh no. Oh no. Arms, what are you doing? Alright, let's just quickly suicide, and we're back in just a few seconds. Let me see actually how many visits this is. This is 483 million visits. Oh wait, sorry, I'm wrong. 483,574,983. That's a lot of people. And what is happening? See, this is what I'm talking about though. They need to be able to fix this this glitch. So now I'm not even spawned in. Now I can respawn. But if I run into anything, oh no, see, I'm not glitched anymore. But they definitely do need to figure out some way to fix that glitch. So, you know, that's kind of one of their biggest things, is fixing glitches. And I think that they need to have all hands on deck over the summer, trying to work on it. Every weekend trying to work on it, and not just be sitting there. I know that the reason why we're only getting guns is because Shade's the only one updating the game, which I think we need more updates for. I think that there should be at least one update a month minimum. And so this month we're getting 2 updates, but it's really just one big update that they had to split into 2 or 3 or 4 million parts. That was a joke, by the way. So that's kind of my take on that, is that we definitely do need more updates to fix stuff, to add more equipment, add whatever we need. I definitely do like the new arm textures. I think that they're really helpful. They're not as distracting, but you know, there's always little changes, and I think if there's a choice between what kind of clothing you want, it would either help or something like that. So that'll be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye bye.